people keep apologizing about the atrocious news we must report, like we're not supposed to tell people America is being demolished. Look, Donald is full fascist and swears he, not the combined three governmental bodies outlined in the Constitution, but he, the sadistic, sociopathic narcissist with a laundry list of nasty and perverted sexual assault / rape allegations, many by minors.
And it's probably a minor.
Is the law?
Down here,
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law.
He's always clamored for attention, and to this day wears a pound of makeup to be sure to look pretty as his cacistocracy robs America right in our faces. All he cares about is power, and money is the number one resource that secures power. But he's not stopping at looting the treasury through Elon. He's already set the stage in motion to institute martial law on Hitler's Bday, April 20th. On day one, at the beginning of his authoritarian fascist regime, dressed in the cloak of Christian nationalism, Donald forced an executive order down Lady Liberty's throat, which instructed his goons to find reasons related to the southern border crisis, the national security crisis of immigration with all the illegals and the fentanyl. He directed those sycophants to find reasons for him to instate the Insurrection Act of 1808, which would put the U.S. Army at the southern border of the United States of America. Now, in all accuracy, he didn't straight tell them to find bogus, nonsensical reasons to set the groundwork for his fascist police state via martial law. Wink, wink. But that's exactly what he wants. And those loyalists are going to do whatever their maniacal cult god desires. Just take a look.
Charles Kushner. I'm going to France and Monaco, and I'm proud to serve under the greatest president of our country. Very proud to serve.
Thank you.
At the way his dignitaries fawned for his praise as they introduced themselves, they could barely say it's going to be an honor to represent the American people and the Constitution of the United States and democracy in our world. No, it's all about Donald. No, it's going to be so sweet to serve you, Donald, my king, my Lord, my God, my Savior. Donald's criminal, perverted, demented, and corrupt, sycophantic cabinet will do anything their God tells them to do. And they know the assignment. Heck, Jehovah made the script available for all of us to see. You know, Project 2025? And had high-ranking officials come out and say he's a fascist to the core. He wants his generals to be just like Hitler's generals, and gave us the RICO level case and made it extremely plain that he literally plotted to steal the election and went as far as to have fake electors show up to a couple of states to cast their fraudulent votes for MAGA. That's just a small smidgen of a slice of what was made known to us. But we still voted for a megalomaniac to be in power. And what do you think that depraved, alleged diddler is going to do come April 20th? when his goons come back with the fictitious reasons why he should invoke the Insurrection Act. What do you think he's going to do? He's already trampling all over the Constitution with his illegal mass deportations, which really aren't that massive because he's still not deporting as many illegal immigrants as President Biden. And Biden was following the law and actually deporting illegal immigrants, not anybody that he might find where English was a second language.
They're not in any terrorist database, right? We only know the information what's in databases based on, for instance, most terrorists we arrest that are identified by the U.S. government are later identified through a Title III investigation or through an undercover operation. They're not in any terrorist screening database. We know that. A lot of gang members, I started as a cop in 1984. Many gang members don't have a criminal history. So we have a count on social media. We have a count on surveillance techniques. We have a count on sworn statements from other gang members. We have a count on, wiretaps and Title III. So everything involved with criminal investigations come into play. So just because someone hasn't been arrested and charged with a crime yet, doesn't mean they're a member of a gang.
But how do you? I mean, what we've heard from lawyers representing some of these people is that they deny that they're members of this gang. Or either, Tren de Aragua or MS-13.
Not anybody that didn't look just quite right. Biden wasn't attacking people that were legal residents of this country. Donald is, though. Biden followed the law, but not Epstein's old stomping mate, Donald. Nope. He says screw the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution that protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, requiring warrants based on probable cause and describing the place to be searched and items to be seized. The Fourth Amendment explicitly states that the right of the people is to be secure in their possessions, in their persons, their houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. And this shall not be violated. Now, inevitably, MAGA morons are going to say the Constitution is only supposed to protect citizens, not illegal immigrant. Wrong again. The Constitution protects persons in the United States of America. Persons, humans on this soil. The Constitution protects you if you are a Homo sapien. And that's not a homosexual MAGA maggot. That is the scientific term for what you may be. I'm not sure if you're human anymore. I'm honestly like you're humanoid. I mean, I literally look at these people as like zombie ghosts of a human. Like, I don't look at these people as living souls. I just, like, how could you be? Really? To be this depraved, to be this far gone, to be this bigoted, to be this hateful. How could you really be a human? What separates you from the animals? Literally. My dog has more morality than a lot of these MAGA heads. But be it far from MAGA morons to use their blooming computers in their pockets to place the words in the magic search box within Google and within seconds see that, yes, even illegal immigrants are protected under the Constitution. You know what else they have in their corner as persons within the United States? Due process.
Do they get a chance to prove that before you take them out of the country and put them into a notorious prison in a country that they're not even from? I mean, do they have any due process at all?
Confident. Look, due process. Where was Lake and Ronnie's due process? Where were all these young women that were killed and raped by members of TDA? Where was their due process?
Well, the people that did that should be prosecuted.
On a subway, where's her due process?
You know that pesky 5th and 15th Amendment that says no person, not citizen, I'll say it again, no person, not citizen, but people should be deprived of life, liberty, or property without a fair trial. A lot of these people that Donald's Gestapo is rounding up don't have a criminal history. So this is, like I said before, purely racially motivated. It's not at all about removing illegal immigrants, but it gets even more grisly. ICE doesn't even have evidence that these people are criminals at all. They're searching and seizing them without warrants, just off a hunch. Folks, fascism is already here. And what is the government doing about it? Nothing, of course. The entire government is MAGA, just like Project 2025 outlined. I'm watching this clip where the young lady says, well, last time it wasn't this bad.
He was president for 4 years. You knowingly chose to put him back in office, having watched him in office for 4 years. How can you be surprised?
I don't feel like he was this aggressive last time because I don't think anyone would have voted for him if they expected to see what we're seeing now.
And I almost started cursing. Did we not tell you? Did that beautiful woman, Kamala Harris, not say to you, this time he's not going to have any career politicians that actually know what the heck they are doing, that actually value the Constitution of the United States and the oath of office they took? No, he's not going to have that this time. He's going to remove the generals and he's going to set up generals that are loyal to him like Hitler's were. He said that's what he wanted. Man, whistleblowers in his first term will remove papers off his desk. They're like, this dude is a psychopath. No, let's just move that off because he's so disjointed in his head. These billionaires are not genius. They have geniuses supporting them. Elon is no freaking genius. He has some harebrained idea that's impossible. Then he gets a bunch of young people that are actually intelligent to make his vision happen, and it pays them peanuts. That's what these billionaires do. And Donald makes $19 million a day. This dude don't even wipe his butt as he poops on a gold toilet. I'm like, how could you not know these things? You didn't hear it? When Kamala Harris, when Tim Walz, when Barack Obama, when Michelle Obama, when Bill Clinton, when Hillary Clinton, when all of these big time Democrats, when every independent social media news outlet, anything that actually gave a crap about America said to you, he's not going to be surrounded by people that care about democracy. He's only going to be surrounded by Project 2025 Heritage Foundation, Satanist, nonsensical white Christian nationalists. Of course, it's worse this time because there are no guardrails. In the name of national security, of which Donald grossly jeopardized by using America's top secret documents as toilet paper and party favors.
Trump and his aides are accused of asking us.
And oh, what about the freaking text messages of war plans? Kakistocracy. They are unqualified. So experience matters. So you should actually have a background in governing before you get the keys to the White House. You mean to tell me that if I have to have relevant experience to do a dang old customer service job where you get paid $13 an hour? Oh, you mean if I'm supposed to have the nuclear codes and I'm supposed to put people in positions of power across our nation to run our government, which affects your life, I should know what I'm doing? It doesn't count that I'm just a TV personality? So what makes you think this guy actually gives a god dang about no national? He don't care. None of them do. We keep talking about this administration. You can't call them that, but that's the only thing I got to call them, for lack of a better term. We keep talking about them like they care. Like the goal isn't destruction. The goal is destruction, y'all. Donald's going to invoke the Insurrection Act to stop the fictitious flow of fentanyl and bogus brigade of illegal immigrants that are entering our land to supposedly rape our women in mass and eat our pets. Oh my goodness, our cats and dogs. They're eating our pets now. And they're taking our jobs. As Nebraska about to go bankrupt. Hey, here's a good idea. And I don't mean all white folk, because I say in the name of Jesus that my white brethren, they stood right next to my ancestors a generation ago. They rode that freaking bus all the way from north down to south. I forget my man's name, but he was an ex-punter, I believe, for the Rams. And he sat there and he got arrested. And he's a white man. It's not even his battle. Boy, I teared up. I couldn't even watch that thing. I can't even watch it today without getting emotional, because it moves me when people that are not directly affected by something risk their lives, risk their freedom, risk their images. So it ain't all white people. I'm talking about the racist, sorry, satanic, nasty, perverted, raping Dittler. I'm talking about the worst. Why don't y'all go out there and work those jobs in Nebraska? Huh? 70% of your workforce is illegal? But hey, now the jobs are free. Go do them then. Go out there at 6 a.m. in the morning and work all the way to 6 p.m. for minimum wage. Go ahead. Go for it. They wide open now. But see, it gets better. Because Donald, the actual alleged diddler, and the Honorable Judge Kaplan said in 2023, it is substantially true that he, Donald, raped Carol according to the traditional meaning of the word rape. So y'all clamoring about all of the dangerous people that are coming across our border. You voted for a rapist. Substantially true. Substantially true. That's not defamation. I'm just quoting Kaplan, the Honorable Judge Kaplan. So Donald's the actual danger to women. Grabbing them by the pussy. And hey, it's been his experience that when you're little famous, you can just grab women by the pussy, and maybe it's unfortunate, or some may say fortunate. But what the heck? Let's vote for this absolutely morally depraved shadow of a human. I mean, because like eggs and gas prices, right? Which you can't even find eggs today. I keep going to the grocery store trying to find some dang on eggs. I can't even get them because of something like bird flu, which might need some actual skill, which, I mean, he's crapping the bed on that too, of course. Gas prices, they still high, ain't they? They ain't even pretending to try to go down. We all know the real play is to establish authoritarian rule. And what better way than martial law? He tried to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1808 during BLM protests. But y'all don't care about that, right? Because that's just the N-words getting what they deserve, right? How dare they lose control because they were tired of their close family members getting murdered by crooked cops? I mean, what? How dare they? I mean, the MAGA maggots lost an election, and these snowflakes, they crushed that cop as he screamed for his life. Now, like we should. out in the streets protesting when he gets the Insurrection Act kicking off. We'll be out there, but we'll be called domestic terrorists.
I was shocked enough yesterday that Donald Trump continued calling Democrats, quote, the enemy within, calling them enemy combatants and being able to lock them up and have military tribunals.
And jailed. They're already jailing people without trials, right? You see that? And eventually, I'd say, by year's end, killed on sight. It's only taken us 2 months to get here. And may I remind you that Hitler destroyed the Constitutional Republic of Germany in 2 months. Less than 2 months. Less than 2 months, actually. So I don't know why we think that we need to give this guy time. You can't take time to destroy democracy. You can't. You have to get it out of here quickly. You got to. So don't be like, oh, that's so far-fetched. Dude, we're already talking about martial law and it's only been 2 months. He signed the bill day one, 90 days, 3 months, Insurrection Act. Should I invoke it over this fictitious problem? Now, I know still that this is wild and people will dismiss it as dark conspiracy theory. But is it really? How many vile things do you have to see before you realize that the whole point of Project 2025 is to destroy America? Just read the blooming document already. You will see exactly what they're doing in black and white. It's like watching a movie and having the script in hand. Actor A says this. He said just that. Actor B says this. Oh, she says that. Actor C comes in and interrupts her. We're watching the script unfold in front of us. Read the dang old script so you'll stop being surprised. Turn a couple pages, you can see. Oh, the plot thickens in 30 minutes. Donald's already fired all the lawyers that ensure that the military is doing the right thing by the Constitution. That's a problem. He's already fired the inspector generals, whose entire purpose is to monitor waste, fraud, and abuse, destroyed the CFPB, which is another body that regulates violators of people's financial rights. He's killing the Department of Education to foster a stupid population.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Destroying Medicaid, and for the first time like ever, Social Security payments didn't go out. And Donald's administration said if you call in asking about your Social Security money, you're committing fraud. I have to give that one a dang on applause. Now that's crazy. You're calling about your money, you're committing fraud. Wow. Also, Captain Chaos is destroying the economy by illegally deporting the workforce, like I've already said, imposing blanket tariffs, which raises our taxes, and destroying the market. You know that stock market thing, like if that crashes, we're like kind of like in a depression. And while prices soar, that's the only thing soaring like an eagle are the dang old prices. He's cutting overtime opportunities and taking $1 billion worth of food out of kids' mouths. And notice how he's not complying with the courts once he breaks the law. And they like, yo, player, you can't do that. Don't do that. He like, screw y'all. Middle fingers to the law. And he already forced another executive order down Freedom's throat with his, I'm the only one that can interpret the law.
And also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the president or the attorney general can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
Oh, there's more. But this is enough to make the case that this dude is purposely killing America to establish his MAGA New World Order, Christian nationalistic, satanic police state. And the real start of it is going to hit April 20th. That's when the rubber's gonna meet the road. Once he invokes that dang on Insurrection Act, effectively instituting martial law in the United States. It's not going to stop at the southern border, y'all. He's going to spread it all over America. Say goodbye to your precious Second Amendment rights. The military is definitely taking your guns away ASAP. You got citizens rightfully enraged.
People of color, trans folks, gay and lesbian folks, they're all in deep trouble. The elders are losing their Social Security, and I'm one of those elders too that need my Social Security.
At the kakistocracy's kleptocracy and blowing up Teslas. I don't condone the behavior, but I get it. You can't continue to screw people over and over and over and over and over with laughing, and you're headed to the bank with your $4.5 trillion raise and everything is good without somebody snapping. How many times you gonna poke the bear before it jumps up and rips your hand off? However, the violent retaliation from enraged citizens, rightfully so enraged citizens, works for Donald. He can say that they need to expand martial law because of civil disobedience and the domestic terrorists, which he's already identified as Democrats. Add to all that, people are going to cheer for their rights to be taken away. Hitler didn't strong-arm his way into power. Germans voted for it and cheered the fascism on until it was too late. And the nightmare became far too real and massive to stop. Think about it. Not only does Donald have the actual military, which he's stacking with MAGA sycophants as we speak, but he has all the felonious MAGA loyalists that he pardoned, like the convicted child porn, child sexual assault, nasty, disgusting David Daniel, and the creator of Silk Roads, the biggest drug dealing and human trafficking website ever. I thought you cared about the kids and making sure that they weren't attacked by the horrible, hardworking, honest, on time, oh my goodness, good church attending, law abiding illegal immigrants that's bringing in all the fentanyl as they work bell to bell every day, and they may take off work just to spend an hour in church. But somehow, some way, they're flooding the zone with fentanyl. Shut up. You straight up pardon Ross Ulbricht, the creator of the largest drug dealing website the world has ever seen. You pardoned him. You don't give a damn about any laws. Stop fixating, y'all, on the vibes Donald puts out. And most certainly don't listen to a word this lying liar ever says. Instead, do your dang old civic duty and actually watch what he does and has done. You know, printing a crap load of money, which he did during his first crap show of a term, starting a trade war with China and shut down the world economy for 30 days. Those things are inflationary, just in case you didn't know. He's the cause of all the financial woes and problems we've been experiencing. But his MAGA zombie army of so-called patriots are ready to do his bidding with zero thought or autonomy, all in the name of making sure their boy doesn't come home a dang on girl. You know, like immigrants, fentanyl, owning the libs. And America, it's not even about money anymore because Donald told them inflation is a good thing. And they like, yes, Lord, inflation is a good thing. Oh, it is a good thing. Tuberville said it's a good thing, so it's a good thing. Fox said Inflation and high prices are okay. I just have to deal with the pain. Okay, yes, sir. Again, they get absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. All the cuts are going to Donald's pocketbook with a sweet $4.5 trillion raise, boy. Whew. Must be nice. While he orchestrates Armageddon on the United States, everything adds up to massive disaster come April 20th. And don't think the military, police, and officials are going to stop with the immigrants. You think we get in the trial? Huh? You think we get in due process? The ball is already rolling. Inertia is already behind their dark satanic movement. It's already there. We ain't getting none of that. Constitution, what Constitution? They already breaking the Constitution. That's why an injustice to anybody is an injustice to everybody, because evil doesn't respect boundaries. Soon enough, it'll be our families being violated, imprisoned, tortured, and murdered in the name of God and country. Woo-hoo! Murder!